Elon Musk promised cheaper, better, even revolutionary auto insurance after Tesla started losing sales because of high insurance premiums. So is Elon's promise coming true? Let's talk about it. Hey, it's Tia at Trailstone, and last week I saw an article about the complaints Tesla Insurance was receiving. It was an interesting read, and I suggest you Google that article. Today, we're going to talk about why Tesla started selling insurance, why insurance rates are higher on Teslas, take a quick look at client experiences with Tesla Insurance, and some pricing options for a Tesla with one of our 40 insurance companies. And before the haters get started, I love Teslas. I think electric vehicles are great, so let's not make this a public commentary on EVs. Okay, so let's jump into the insurance stuff. The article started out by describing a claim scenario in Maryland. The Tesla owner purchased insurance from Tesla because it was only $93 per month, about 40% savings from other insurance carriers. Well, the Tesla owner only had the car 16 days before the vehicle crashed into the left center barrier and flipped, all while on autopilot autonomous driving mode. The owner had to climb out of the car while it was filling with smoke. Well, the accident was in February of 2023, and it took 7 months before Tesla Insurance paid for the totaled car. But as of November of 2023, the owner still had not been paid for any of his medical bills, which were about $50,000. So why Tesla Insurance? Tesla Insurance was started because tons of Tesla vehicle purchases were lost due to extremely high insurance premiums. Tesla decided to enter the auto insurance business, kind of unintentionally, is what Zachary Kirkhorn, then Tesla's chief financial officer, explained during an earnings call in October 2021. Our customers were coming to us complaining that the price of traditional insurance was too high and it was reducing the affordability of a Tesla, Kirkhorn said. And quote, "Part of our journey here at Tesla is we want as many people as possible to be able to afford our products." High insurance costs had for years made it harder to sell Teslas. It's a common problem among makers of electric cars, which often have higher collision repair costs, especially for replacement of their pricey batteries, than gasoline-powered vehicles. Tesla officials have said they started Tesla Insurance to solve a problem: prospective customers walking away from car sales after getting sky-high insurance quotes based on the electric vehicle's high collision repair costs. So people ask me all the time, why are Teslas more expensive to insure? I mean, they have this cool safety tech and there's no gasoline, so it must be safer. First, many shops don't want to attempt to repair the battery pack. Instead, they'll only replace the entire battery pack, resulting in much inflated repairs if the batteries are damaged. The auto repair shop doesn't want the liability of repairing the battery packs incorrectly, so they insist on the more expensive replacement option. Second, electric vehicle repairs following a collision can cost thousands of dollars more than their gas-powered counterparts because the fixes tend to require more replacement parts, vehicles are more complicated, and fewer people do EV repairs. While those issues may ease over time, most EV owners are surprised by the higher costs and longer wait times for a repair. Now get this, last year, repairing an EV after a crash cost an average of $6,500 compared with $4,200 for all vehicles, according to CCC Intelligent Solutions, which is a company that processes insurance claims for auto repairs in the US. Third, vehicles containing lithium-ion batteries also require special storage consideration because of the risk of fire when they're damaged. The storage and fire precautions add both time and cost to the repair process when compared to a gasoline engine. Fourth, the vehicle bodies themselves can result in higher parts and labor costs because EVs tend to use more exotic materials than traditional steel. Some of these materials, like aluminum, require specialized tools and storage facilities, reducing the number of shops that can perform the work. So why is Tesla Insurance not fulfilling its promises to Tesla owners? Well, according to an article in the Automotive News, Tesla Insurance is understaffed and overwhelmed. The dozen or so adjusters saw their caseloads jump from 4 or 5 claims a day to sometimes 24 or more. Backlogs grew into the hundreds and could take adjusters 2 weeks or longer to get back to a customer. Policyholders were supposed to report claims on a phone app, but there were several glitches, so customers had no choice but to call. Well, the call queue seemed endless, and adjusters could spend anywhere from a few minutes to nearly an hour taking initial claim reports from customers. That interrupted their work processing and takes longer and involves such tasks as reviewing repair estimates or arranging rental cars, according to the sources. The adjusters also couldn't tell how long people were waiting on hold and were often greeted by furious customers. Some complained about spending more than an hour on the phone. Some callers reported being stranded on highways. Complaints about Tesla insurance are drawing scrutiny from state regulators. The Ohio Department of Insurance, at least twice this year, determined that Tesla had violated the state's insurance regulations in handling claims, including for a lack of timely communication with a policyholder, according to correspondence obtained by Reuters through a public records request. In interviews, customers described their interactions with the insurer as frustrating. Phil Fiorisi, Sr., a stonecutter in South San Francisco, California, told Reuters it took about 15 calls to reach someone at Tesla Insurance after his daughter's car was struck by one of its policyholders in September. He called the service totally ridiculous. So why is Tesla insurance claims so behind? The initial Tesla adjusters sometimes had to take on hundreds of claims each, which is far more than at other insurers, according to the sources with knowledge of Tesla's insurance operations. Unlike competitors that often have separate call centers to take claim reports, Tesla's adjusters had to answer the phones themselves while also handling claims. And listen to Jonathan Garcia's story with Tesla Insurance. Jonathan Garcia was driving in North Carolina last year to visit family over Thanksgiving when a deer darted in front of his 2021 Tesla Model S. Garcia submitted a claim to Tesla Insurance for damage to the hood and bumper. After Garcia reported the accident on November of 2023 last year, he repeatedly called, emailed, and left voicemail messages with a Tesla Insurance claims adjuster for 3 months, seeking repairs and a rental car, is what the records show. Garcia said, and quote, "There were times I was calling every day, I was leaving messages every day, I was emailing every day." Tesla Insurance didn't respond until after he filed a complaint with the Ohio Insurance Department, he said. Documents released by the department showed that it found Tesla did not adequately comply with timely claim communications, as state regulators require. Tesla Insurance acknowledged its adjuster did not timely communicate and process the claim, according to a company letter to the department dated March 2nd. It explained that the communication gap resulted from some staffing adjustments that occurred during the time of this claim. The insurer compensated Garcia in part by agreeing to extend his car rental for up to 21 days, according to the letter. Garcia said it took about 6 months to repair his car. He said he terminated his Tesla insurance on May 17th and switched to another company at a higher premium. Quote, "I would have paid a very high amount of money to not go with Tesla insurance again," Garcia said. Also, here are some examples of issues I found on social media. At Justin Hartley 1165 said, "Dealing with a hail claim on my 2 Teslas, horrific claims process. You can't get a hold of anyone, requires you to contact your adjuster. When you call, immediately to a voicemail and mailbox is full, you can't leave a message. Yes, you save money, but at what cost when you actually need to use it?" At S. Hodnett 1975 said, "I had to file my first claim a few weeks ago after a rock cracked my windshield. It wasn't a horrible experience, but all communication with the claims adjuster had to be done by email. I was assigned an adjuster shortly after filing a claim, and he asked a few questions, and then the next day I received an email saying my claim was approved and to take my car to the shop, and I was only responsible for the deductible. The only issue I ran into was about a week after the repair, I received an email from Tesla asking me to pay the balance of the invoice of $1,300. I responded with a copy of the email from the adjuster saying it was approved, and later that day I got a notice that the claim was paid and closed. Hopefully you never have to use them, but that's what to expect if it's needed." So the big question most of you may have is, what is the cost of insuring my Tesla with a mainstream A-rated insurance company, a company that will actually take care of me when I have a claim? Remember, Trailstone Insurance Group works with more than 40 insurance companies to find you the best option for pricing and coverage. Also, we have an in-house claim manager to help ensure you won't have the same issues we outlined earlier in this video. So let's talk about the current insurance rates we're seeing in 6 major cities. Remember, this is an example and rates may vary widely based on actual quote details. These rates are based on a 41-year-old male with a good driving record. Okay, here we go. Phoenix came in at $134 a month, Seattle at $102 per month, Portland $195 per month, Salt Lake City $101 per month, Denver $140 per month, and Boise at $89 per month. Here at Trailstone Insurance Group, we insure a lot of Teslas, and yes, sometimes the pricing can be higher than Tesla insurance, sometimes 30 to 50% higher on a monthly basis, but also sometimes less. If you'd like us to provide you a quote for your Tesla or electronic vehicle, please give us a call or use the link to get a quote now. Until next time.